Hi guys, I want to thank you for being patient with me as I cultivate a new series of talks. The uh, the near-death experience obviously is pretty interesting to some folks, but there's some other things going on that I think need to be said, and so I'll be saying them. Um, if you've been following me for a little while, you know that I've been collecting metaphysical experiences, and I've been doing this almost 50 years now, so I've learned a few things. Also, my background is in science, a clinical research nurse, as well as doing pharmaceutical research and clinical data science for nearly 20 years, and nursing a little longer than that. But I really didn't want to become a walking subjective experiencer of metaphysics, but it's just been something fascinating to me my entire life. I'm also kind of an introvert by nature and an only child who lived in a farm town where they closed school early so we could go to the grand opening of the Kmart. Not Kmart, the Kmart, to give you an idea. I think we had 3 stoplights in my town, and one of them was like a flashing stoplight. So I had a lot of time on my hands, I guess is another way to put that. But of all the things that I've kind of experienced, I'm trying to put it together in some sort of a cohesive structure that I can share with others. And right now, I think I want to call it obstinate spirituality. And those words are deliberate, but I also like the happenstance that showed up that when a computer has an operating system, it has its OS. And when I thought about that, it's like my obstinate spirituality has been my OS for many, many years. And while I've worked most of my life in the shadows trying to piece together these things and try to figure them out on my own, I've gotten to a point in my life where it's time to get this stuff out of my head and out into the open. One, I think it'll help folks. But two, I've turned off life support on both of my parents, and they still had music in them. And I want to make sure that when I go that I've got my music out of me. So there'll be a series of videos coming that are dedicated to obstinate spirituality, like, an overview and, what are the benefits and what are some of the risks involved with that and how to mitigate some of those risks. Also, like maybe why it's important, especially with the times that are before us in the next couple of years. 2020 to 2023 was bumpy as hell, but that was just warm up. So I think it can be helpful, and that's really my primary driver in a lot of things that I do, whether that was pharmaceutical research or nursing or volunteering to restore furniture that can then be donated to folks in need. That's just who I am. That's how I'm wired. But this obstinate spirituality, it's it's going to piss some people off because I'm going to be challenging their reality and challenging some things that maybe people have used to kind of build their ego around. And whenever you challenge someone's ego and how they move and perceive the world, move through the world and perceive the world, you can get pushback. I just completed a podcast where it ended early and basically I was booted. So that tells me that the message needs to get out there, because anytime you hear something and you go, yep, I agree with that, that's too easy. I want to give you some mental chew toys to kind of wrestle with and make your own decisions. But before I get too deep into it, I guess maybe this is maybe just kind of an introduction. I know I'm going to be saying some things that you're going to call bullshit on immediately, and I congratulate you for doing so. That being said, I have been the source of both incredible stories and restraining orders. I've been on some podcasts where they have me back repeatedly because it's peeling the onion in layers that maybe people haven't gotten to. What I can tell you is this: what I will be saying is my truth. It is based upon my subjective reality, also some stuff that I've read, which then inspired me to go out into the world and find those things and have those experiences. It's kind of like, do you want to have an Amish mechanic work on your Maserati? Probably not. So it's my life story. It's my life story as best as I can remember it. And, after nearly 50 years of metaphysical spelunking, I've got some stuff, and I will challenge some of your aspects of reality. The first thing that popped in my head is like the slit experiment. How can light be both a singular thing and a wave? And the observer kind of drives that. So again, before we get too deep into it, let me just tell you a little bit about the ride, okay? So let me look at my notes here. Here is what the ride entails: near-death experiences, shared near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, past life regression, spirit communication, energy medicine, remote viewing, ET interactions, and most recently communication with intra-dimensional beings. Along with that, let's just go, if in for a penny, in for a pound. I've also been struck by lightning, arrested by Russian police or Russian soldiers. I've sang for a president of the United States. I've been invited to try out for the NFL, and was even asked to join a boy band. Lou Pearlman himself, 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, that Lou Pearlman. So even without the metaphysics, there's just other fun, weird, crazy stuff that goes along with that. But the tableau, the palette allows me to paint with a lot of different colors. And I think that's what makes me a good storyteller. So the other thing too is that the reason why I'm doing it this way is that, I've had so many people say, go write a book about it. But the publishing industry in and of itself, especially in this day and age, is it's highly competitive. I had one publisher say, we'd love to work with you, but, you need to bring 8,000 to 10,000 followers with you. I have a couple hundred. My response to this person was, I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm not out for followers. I just want to tell my story because I think my experience might be able to help others if they're struggling through different aspects or, different caves that they have gone exploring into. So that's really what is driving most of this. Autobiographies are tough. Autobiographies that also have metaphysics or woo-woo, tougher. So hopefully the videos here will generate enough noise or traction or numbers or whatever to penetrate that, or maybe find a non-traditional way to get the story out there. The other thing too is that I'm in the autumn of my years, and before I go, before I shuffle off the mortal coil, I feel like I need to get the story out there. Hopefully it'll last well beyond me, just like some of the great books that I read have inspired me are from people that are, well passed on. So, maybe this will be the digital version of something moving forward. But that day is coming at me a lot faster than what I thought it would. Um, it's coming at me like a Viagra fueled rooster wearing new tennis shoes. Get that thing away from me. But there's people have been influenced. Every time I've told snippets of these different things, people have been influenced, and they've been influenced in positive ways. And it's probably 70-30 of positive to negative. So I feel like there's things that need to be said, and I'm going to say them. And I hope you join me for the ride. Thanks a lot.